Hello everyone. Today we'll present the NLP project. So first, let's talk about what app that we choose to do. So the app that we choose to do is an image to text question and answering system. For example, the user can upload the image and ask in that image how many cats or dogs are there in the image. Next, let's talk about how our app might help a real-world problem. According to the Nature Conservancy, camera trap globally generate over a million animal images yearly, which most of it are manually reviewed. So if we can improve our model by training with more dataset, for example, the dataset of elephant or buffalo, it can help the researcher with this problem. So the model that we choose to use is a multi-model transformer called the VILT, which short for Vision and Language Transformer. Why we choose to use this model? The VILT is a fine-tuned on the VQA-V2 dataset, which designed for visual questioning and answering. And it also trained to understand both image and question at the same time. The final topic that I want to talk is how our app solve the problem. So first, we have trained by using the dataset of the cat, dog, and snake image, which each have 1,000 image. First, the user will upload the image to our app and also provide the question, for example, how many cats are there in the image or how many dogs are there in the image. Our app will feed both image and question to the VLT model. Then it's going to generate the answer, for example, 1, 2, 3, or none.
Hello, today I'm going to talk about how do I improve our app and accuracy, how do we improve our model even more, and how our app going to have advantage over other competitor, and how much revenue we going to make in 1 year. So let's start by uh, talk about the improving the model. So first thing first, we use a fine tuning model which specifically for the animal image dataset. So this one is code line. We get it from this part since we use the dataset for animal image classification, and we could just copy this code into our Google Colab, and we pin the dataset to find out what our feature going to be, and we see that it is the image and label. So the next step is uh, tokenizer our model, and this is the example of the equation to get tokenizer, and this is the output. And for this part, so as I said before, we're going to use the dataset to improve our model, and our model going to have even more accuracy over time. So first thing first, we load the dataset by using this command to load dataset about animal image classification. Next is the get the number of the unique label in the dataset. So we load the dataset and extract the number of unique label, and it can help us for the configuration later on. For this part, we load the VILT processor and tokenizer. And this one, we want to define a set of transformation using touch vision.transform to resize the image and convert them into tensor. We want to resize it to have the same size as the input we desire. Okay, and for the pre-processing part, in this function we apply the image transformation and tokenize a generic question for each image, and we also prepare the label, which are integer class ID for this model. And for this part, we just after we processing, we want to split our dataset into training and validation set. So we use train underscore test underscore split function, which is this one, to reserve 80% of the data and 20% for valid validations. Okay, so for this part, this one we want a training argument, and this one we just evaluate the matrix, and we create a trainer for training a model which using in this slide. Then we save the model to use it later on. So the advantage of our app going to have our calculator. The first thing first, we use a pre-trained model, which is the with B32 fine tune this one. So we are able to benefit from a powerful pre-trained model, saving the time and computational cost of training from the scratch. And it also easily for customize for a different dataset by fine tuning a model. And the next part is how the revenue is going to generate in 1 year. So we have to understand our target audience first. So our target audience is going likely to be a wildlife conservation agency. So selling this app to them by using the subscription, they could use for finding the animal or wildlife creature and could bring a revenue to our app. And also for the educational sector, this could be used to taught in school and university. And it also can be used for some business for using the app for automate image, animal image classification, which they going to pay our subscription fee. And let's estimate that in 1 year per person they're going to pay about $50. So if there is 1,000 users, it's going to create a revenue for us about $50,000. So that is a good start for a new app. And for the part that I'm working on, so the part that I'm working on, I'm actually working on every part along with my group member, Mr. Sakdichod. For every part, we help each other, and that is. And thank you for listening.